Welcome to the Joy to the World podcast. Each day during December, we will explore together passages from the Bible that teach us about God's joy in this world, His Son, Jesus Christ. Make sure you subscribe to whichever platform you get your podcast from, or listen on our YouTube channel by searching for Annalong Presbyterian Church.
Day 10, Zechariah chapter 9, verses 9 to 13. Read from the English Standard Version. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. Righteous and having salvation is he, humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim and the war horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall speak peace to the nations. His rule shall be from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. As for you also, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will set your prisoners free from the waterless pit. Return to your stronghold, O prisoners of hope. Today I declare that I will restore to you double, for I have bent Judah as my bow. I have made Ephraim its arrow. I will stir up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece, and wield you like a warrior's sword.
When you listen to the radio over these weeks in the run-up to Christmas, you will hear more and more Christmas music being played. There will be songs that are familiar, some that will sound familiar because they have been reimagined by this current generation, and some new offerings that will take a few listens to get used to. One theme that you will hear running through many Christmas songs is that of peace. Songs like Happy Christmas, War is Over by John Lennon, or Stop the Cavalry by Jonah Louie. They may or may not mention the word peace, but their sentiment is such that the stories they tell in song speak of a world with no war or fighting. And this has been seen before. During World War I, in 1914, there was what had been called the Christmas Truce. This was a series of widespread unofficial ceasefires along the Western Front. In the week leading up to the 25th of December, French, German and British soldiers crossed trenches to exchange seasonal greetings and talk. In some areas, men from both sides ventured into no man's land on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to mingle and exchange food and gifts. There were joint burial ceremonies and prisoner swaps, while several meetings ended in carol singing. The men played games of football with one another, creating one of the most memorable images of the truce. But it was short-lived, only for a few days. They soon got back to war, and the short taste of peace ended. When our modern songs speak of peace, they are often singing of an idyllic aspiration. There's nothing wrong with that. But in reality, as long as sinful humanity lives, then there will always be fighting and war. In our passage today, another prophecy from the Old Testament, the prophet Zechariah builds on what Isaiah spoke about on day 8. Where Isaiah showed us the line of the Messiah, Zechariah speaks of what he will do. He also foretells of how the Messiah will enter Jerusalem on a donkey, which we will see fulfilled in the Gospel accounts. But Zechariah also tells us of how the Messiah will speak. He shall speak peace to the nations. Many have interpreted these words as Christ bringing political peace to the nations. But these words are not looking to the things of this world. They are looking to our relationship with God. The Messiah, Jesus Christ, will bring a message of peace, the gospel. This good news is about being reconciled to God and to each other so that we can know His peace that transcends all understanding? Are you at peace with God through his Son, Jesus Christ? The reason why Christ came was so that we could. Thank you for listening to this Joy to the World podcast. Please make sure you subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts from so that you can receive this directly every day. And also, if you're listening on YouTube, do subscribe and click that bell icon so that you too can be notified when each episode is available.